Hello, my dear students. Myself, P.B. Patori, lecturer, Mechanical Engineering Department, SJP Trucks Polytechnic, Ritsosi. Welcome you all to the revision class on planar of third unit, that is reciprocating machine tools. Today's class consists of introduction to planar, planing machine parts, classification of planar operations, tools used in planar, cutting feed and depth of cut, and also machining time, and last one is the difference between planar and shaper. The planar is a machine tool. The planar is a machine tool primarily designed to produce plain and flat surfaces. Plain and flat surfaces by a single point cutting tool. Planar is just like shaper. It is also similar that what shaper, but it is very large and massive. It is capable of machining heavy jobs which cannot be done by the shaper. The main difference between planar and shaper is that in planar, work is located over the table and reciprocates past the stationary cutting tool, and feed is given by lateral movement of the tool. In shaper, the ram holding the tool reciprocates over the stationary work, loaded over the stationary work. Here, the planar is machine that used to generate accurate flat surface and cutting slots, grooves. It is similar to a shaper, but it is larger than shaper machine. And with the entire workpiece moving beneath the cutter, the work table is moved back and forth on the bed beneath the cutting head, either by mechanical means such as rack and pinion gear, or by hydraulic system. It means here the tool is fixed, stationary, and the workpiece held on the table will reciprocates under the tool head in the planar. Here the planing machine parts are bed, table, column, cross rail, and tool head. Here, see here the parts of planar. There are two column or housings are there at the left and right, and both are fixed on the bed. On the bed, table is there. The slots are made on the table to mount the workpiece, and cross rail is there, which connects the two columns or housings. And on the columns, both sides, the side tool heads are there to mount the tool. And again, on the cross rail, one tool head is there, vertical tool head is there. Means there are three tool heads are there in the planar. Here, the bed of a planar machine. See here, the bed. It is very large in size and heavy in weight. It supports the column and all other moving parts of the machine. It is made slightly longer than twice the length of the table, so that the full length of the table may be moved on it. Means the bed is slightly larger than twice the length of the bed. For example, the table length is 10 centimeter, then the bed is 22 or 23 centimeter, like that. There is a V-shaped ways on the bed which help to reciprocate the back and forth motion of the table. There are shaped guideways are there to move the table back and forth. On those guideways, the table moves, reciprocates. Smooth movement need to proper oil on table and bed. Each surface, so oil is provided by oil reservoir. To get smooth movement of the table, you have to fill the oil in the oil reservoir. then friction will reduce and smoothly the table will reciprocates on the V-shaped guideways. Then next one is table or platen. The table supports the work and reciprocates along the bed. The table supports the work and reciprocates along the bed. The work is fixed on the table and it reciprocates on the guideways. The table is made from good quality cast iron. The top face of the table is accurately finished in order to locate the workpiece correctly. Means the top surface is accurately finished, smooth surface finish to mount the workpieces. T-slots are provided on the entire length of the table so that the work and work holding device may be bolted upon it. Means T-slots are made on the table to mount the workpiece or to bolt to the workpiece. Next is column. These are rigid box-like vertical structure placed on the each side of the bed and table, left and right side of the bed and table. They are heavily ribbed to trace of service force due to cutting. It also facilitates tool head mechanism. The cross rail may be made up to slide the up and down for the accommodating different heights of work. The next one is cross rail. It is rigid box-like casting connecting the two columns. The cross rail connect the two columns, left and right columns. It may be raised or lowered on the face of the housing. It can move up and down and can be clamped at any desired position by manual or electric clamping devices. The cross rail can be clamped at any position depending upon the height of the workpiece. It should remain absolutely parallel to the top surface of the table. The cross rail should be parallel to the top surface of the table or top surface of the workpiece. Next is tool head. According to the construction, it is similar to the shaper machine tool head. Shaper machine tool head. Tool heads are mounted on the cross rail by saddle. The tool heads are also mounted on the cross rail by saddle and also on the both the columns. The saddle may be made to move transversely on the cross rail to give cross feed. The clapper box is hinged at hinge pins to the clapper block and it holds the tool post in which the tool is clamped by straps. Next is the classification of planer. There are three different types of planers are there: double housing planer, open side planer and divided type planer. Here double housing planer is widely used in most of the workshops. It consists of long heavy base with the accurately machined guideways on which the table reciprocates. It is very old system machine, massive bed on which work table reciprocates, a planer having two housings to support the cross rail with two heads on the cross rail, two vertical columns on which two tool heads slides. On the two vertical columns, the two tool heads are there which moves up and down. Cross rail fitted between the two columns and carries one or two heads, slides horizontally. The tool heads fitted on the cross rail, they may be one or two and slides horizontally. Here the bed length is slightly greater than the twice the length of the table. Near the middle of the bed, two vertical housings are mounted, one on each side, and these are connected at the top by cross member as shown in the figure. The horizontal cross rail carrying two tool heads slides over the vertical face of the two housings. These tool heads are moved by hand or power in crosswise or vertical direction to give the feed. In addition to these, there are two other tool heads mounted on vertical face of the housings. which can be moved in vertical and horizontal direction to give the feed. Mechanical or hydraulic device may be used to drive the planer table. The next is open side planer. It consists of one vertical column. See that only one vertical column is there. May be mounted on the cross rail. Column and cross rail consist of single and double tool heads are there. Cross rail and column consist of single or double tool heads. See there figure. And used for the machining of wide workpieces. In double housing planer, you cannot hold the wide workpieces. Hence, the open side planer is used to machining of wide workpieces. The next is divide type planer. It is also called as tandem planer. Consists of two work tables. See there are two work tables are there. Used for continuous mass production. One table workpiece is being machined and on other table workpiece is on standby. After completion of operation, the next work table is used continuously in mass production. Two tables are also joined together in when needed. If there is large workpiece is there, you can join both the tables when you need. Next is divided type planer. This is what I have explained. The next is planing operations. The operation that is performed in planer are similar that of shaper. Whatever the operations carried on the shaper and planer are same. The only difference is that planer is specially designed for planing large work, whereas shaper can machining only small work. The common type of work machine in planer are the table of all kinds of machine tools, large structure frames of different engines, and identical pieces of work which may be small in size but large in number. The operation on planer are planing flat horizontal surfaces, planing vertical surfaces. First one is what? Planing horizontal surfaces. While machining horizontal surface, the work is given a reciprocating movement. Along with the table and tool is fed crosswise to complete the cut. Both the rail heads may be used for simultaneous removal of the metal from the two cutting edges. Planing vertical surface. The vertical surface of work is planed by adjusting the saddle horizontally along the cross rail until the tool is in position to give the required depth of cut. The vertical slide is adjusted perpendicular to the planer table and apron is filled in the direction to that the tool is swing clear out of the machined surface during the return stroke. Here the figure shows the planing of slot or grooves. The slots or grooves are cut by using slotting tool. The operation is similar to that of shaper. The tools used in planer are as a planer tool has to take off heavy cut and coarse feed during a long cutting stroke. The tools are made heavier and larger in cross section as shown in this figure. There are 8 different types of tools are shown in the figure. Here important the points related to planer machine are cutting feed and depth of cut. Here the cutting speed of a planer is the rate at the metal is removed during the forward cutting stroke. The rate at the metal is removed during the forward stroke is cutting speed. It may be 6, 9, 12 and 12 meter per minute. And returning stroke speed is 20, 30, 40 and 50 feet per minute or meter per minute. Here cutting speed is equal to N into L divided by 600 meter per minute in metric system. Here cutting speed also given by N into L. N is revolutions, number of strokes. Length L is length of the stroke. Cutting speed is planing machine is the distance the tool head travels at the beginning of the each cutting stroke, expressed in per double stroke. Depth of cut. Depth of cut. It is thickness of the metal removed in one cut, and it is measured by perpendicular distance between the machined and no machined surface, expressed in millimeter. The depth of cutting and feed rate are always dependent on materials of tool and workpiece are made. Machining time. The cutting feed length of cutting stroke, breadth of the job, and number of double strokes per minute for a planer operation are known. The machining time required for one complete cut may be calculated. Means the time required to machining. Time is equal to W by F into N. Here W is the width, F is the feed per stroke, N is number of stroke per minute. Then next is the difference between planer and shaper. Here in shaper, ram moves in reciprocating and back and forth. In planer, the table reciprocates and also moves back and forth. In shaper, cutting tool moves back and forth. In shaper, the cutting tool moves. In planer, the workpiece moves in back and forth. Used for the machining of small jobs. The shaper is used for the machining of small jobs. The planer is used for the machining of large jobs. Each stroke of cutting tool gives the feed in crosswise in the shaper. In each stroke, platen or work piece feed are given by feed screw in shaper. For the adjustment of ram stroke, crank mechanism are used. In the shaper, for the adjustment of the ram stroke, crank mechanism is used. For the adjustment of platen or table, gears and rack mechanisms are used. Only one tool is used in the shaper. Two or more tools are used in shaper. Here, planer, sorry. Two or more tools are used in planer. In shaper, cutting speed, feed, range are in wide range. In planer, machine cutting speed, cutting feed are limited. Thank you. The next class will start the fourth unit, that is drilling machines. Okay, thank you.